Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we will be continuing with Should Wizard Hit Mommy, the fourth video lecture, and of course this is the last video lecture, and we will be completing the chapter today. So let's start this explanation. Well students, in my last class or in my last video lecture, I have completed till the end of the story, isn't it? And that's the end of the story, page number 54, right? Okay, so we have seen students that Jack and Joe, they have two different versions at the ending of the story, isn't it? Jack's ending of the story is given Roger mother was very unhappy, okay, with Roger's new smell. She took Roger back to the wizard, hit him on the head, and ordered him to give Roger back his original smell. The wizard complied and gave Roger his bad smell back, okay. And Joe was shocked with this ending of the story. She felt that Roger was better off with his new smell because he was very happy. He made new friends and society accepted him. So she wanted the story to end happily and therefore disapproved of Jack's ending of the story. Okay, so Jack and Joe, both of them have different ending of the story, showing two different perspective of life, right? Let's continue with the explanation first, and then we will go in details about all these things. So when Jack told, and that's the end of the story, now what did Joe says? But daddy, Joe is not happy. So she is again expressing her, or what we can say, she is protesting again, okay, or trying to protest again. But daddy, what? Jack is asking what? What's the matter? Then did the other little animals run away? So Joe is asking Jack that what about the other animals, because Roger is again smelling bad, so the other animals will be running away. Now you see here it is very much important for Joe. These other little animals are very much important. Okay, then how many of them are accepting Roger in the society? This acceptance in the society, having friends, that is more important to Joe, right? So Jack says, excuse me, no, because eventually they got used to the way he was and did not mind it at all. So Jack says that no, eventually means in the slow process, the other animals accepted, got used to the way Roger was, and did not mind his smell at all. Okay, they accepted him in the same as it is, okay, as Roger is. What is eventuality? Now here we are finding that Joe is a very small girl, 4 years old girl, okay, so she could not pronounce eventually properly. So she asked that what is eventuality, means eventually she asked in the term as eventuality, okay, she could not pronounce the term eventually. In a little while. And so Jack gives the reply, that was a stupid mommy. So Roger was Joe was very angry with the mother of this Roger. Okay, so Joe still could not relate to the story. She called mother skunk stupid. She asked Jack to tell her a story, okay, that will have a happy ending. So she called mother skunk as stupid. It was not. You see, not has been given in a stressed form, okay, showing that Jack knows that this is not, okay. Jack wants to end the story as he had ended. He will not accept Joe's ending of the story, okay. So it was not, he said with rare emphasis, and believed from her expression that she realized he was defending his own mother to her, or something as odd. Now I want you to put your big heavy head in the pillow and have a good long nap. He adjusted the shades so not even a crack of day showed, and tiptoed to the door, in the pretense that she was already asleep. But when he turned, she was crouching on top of the covers and staring at him. Hey, get under the covers and fall fast asleep. Bobby's asleep. So when this Joe was not very happy, okay, so she asked Jack to tell her a story in which the wizard hits mother skunk. Jack tried to reason with her and told her that Roger skunk loved his mother very much, and mother skunk knew what was right for her baby, okay, because I know means when he said that she realized he was defending his own mother to her. I have told you in one of the PPT video, I have given you one note also, Jack and Roger's affinity, okay, where Jack is using his autobiographical element much, to make this thing realize that Jack and Roger both have some kind of similarity between them. Okay, here we find that when Jack is saying, at the beginning of the story, when Jack started the story, he told that when Roger was smelling very bad, Jack recalled his own humiliation when he was a small child. Here also, when Jack is saying that he is defending Roger's mother, in a way he is also defending his own mother, okay, and trying to make it very much necessary that Joe should understand that this is only the correct ending. Okay, now so Jack is now instructing Joe to immediately go for a sleep, okay, to take a good long nap, okay, and adjusted the pillow. He went there and adjusted the shade also, the curtains also, okay, and when he turned around, Joe was crouching on the top of the covers, means she was trying to sitting up, okay, and so Jack again turned back and said that immediately sleep, because her brother Bobby, who is 2 years old, is already asleep. She stood up and bounced gingerly on the springs. Daddy, what? Tomorrow I want you to tell me the story that the wizard took that magic wand and hit that mommy. Her plump arms chopped forcefully right over the head. No, that's not the story. The point is that the little skunk loved his mother more than he loved all the other little animals, and she knew what was right. So, here, as Jack was about to move away from the room, Joe started jumping up on the bed, okay, and this jumping up on the bed is a way of protest that daddy should change the story, okay. It's a kind of like a stubborn demand from a small child that I want this, right? So she went on demanding to her father that the next day when Jack will be telling the story, it will be saying that the wizard had taken the umbrella back from Roger's mother and hit Roger's mother back, okay. But Jack said that no, that cannot happen, okay, because of course Roger's mother knows it best, okay, right. It is very difficult for children to understand or explain unhappy endings, okay. So of course Joe cannot take this ending very happily, right? So Jack says that no, Roger's mother will not be hit back because Roger's mother knows what is good for her child, okay. So therefore it is wizard only who would be hit back, and of course this is the way the story would be ending, because Roger loves his mother and the mother also loves her son very much. So therefore a mother knows best what her children would be like, right? So the point is that the little skunk loved his mommy. So this is important. The point is that the little skunk loved his mummy more than he loved all the other little animals, and she knew what was right. She knew means the mother. The mother knows what is right for her children. No, tomorrow you say he hit the mommy. Do it. She kicked her legs up and sat down on the bed with a great heave and complained of springs, as she had done hundreds of times before, except that this time she did not laugh. Say it, Daddy. So Joe would not listen. Joe would still go on making that kind of stubborn demand that Jack has to change the story, okay, and then the next day he is going to change the story, and this time the other time whenever she is making a stubborn demand, there is a smile in the face, but this time there is no smile in the face. That means she is very much serious, okay, that the story needs to be changed. Well, we'll see. Now at least have a rest. Stay on the bed. You are a good girl. So Jack did not say yes, but Jack just wanted to pacify it and say that we will see it later, okay, and made her to sleep. He closed the door and went downstairs. Claire had spread the newspapers and opened the paint can, and wearing an old shirt on top of a maternity smock, was stroking the chair rail with a dipped brush. Above him, footsteps vibrated and he called, Joan, shall I come up there and spank you? The footsteps hesitated. So Jack closed the door and he went downstairs. And what did he find downstairs? He saw that his wife Claire had already spread the newspaper and had opened the paint can and had started painting the furnitures and the woodwork. Okay, since Claire was already 6 months pregnant, so above her maternity smock she was wearing a shirt of an old shirt of Jack. Okay, and she was doing the work. Jack saw this, and at this moment, he also found that Joe is upstairs making the noise. Okay, there is a vibration of the footsteps. So immediately, Jack shouted that, Joey, if you don't sleep at this moment, then he is going upstairs and he is going to spank Joe. And immediately, the footsteps hesitated, means it stopped, and there was still and quietness from upstairs. So Claire looked towards Jack and asked, That was a long story, Claire said. The poor kid, he answered. Okay, he could not say anything else, he answered. With utter weariness, watched his wife labor. Now, this last paragraph is very important. Okay, here from this paragraph, we are getting the character sketch of Joe. Okay, sorry, Jack, the character sketch of Jack. Okay, what kind of person Jack is? Okay, let's read out the paragraph first. The woodwork, a cage of mouldings and rails and baseboards all around them, was half old tan and half new ivory, and he felt caught in an ugly middle position. And though he as well felt his wife's presence in the cage with him, he did not want to speak with her, work with her, touch her, anything. Okay, what does it mean? Jack feels himself caught in an ugly middle position. Okay, the middle position. First of all, you see the position of Jack. Jack just came downstairs. Up is his daughter, who is making a stubborn demand and not accepting his way of ending. And below is his wife, who did not wait for him and started doing the work when Jack had already told Claire to wait for him, but Claire did not wait for him and started doing the work. That means up there is a daughter, a girl, and below is the wife, another woman. Okay, now Jack being a male, finds that he is being sandwiched between these two people. Okay, he is in an ugly middle position. He is unable to make his daughter follow his instruction. He is also unable to make his wife follow his instruction. He doesn't like to see that his wife is working hard. Okay, but he cannot accept this domination being done by women. Initially there were a few lines where Jack said that he cannot accept women taking him for granted, isn't it? He wanted the woman should be apprehensive and hanging on his words when Joe was taking the story for granted, isn't it? But there also we have found that Jack is actually following a chauvinistic attitude. Okay, Jack feels himself caught in an ugly middle position as he could not help his wife Claire in painting the woodwork, because at that time he was busy in narrating the story to his daughter. So Claire had already started the work. Here it is important to note that the story also presents the unsettling of gender roles, while at the same time revealing the male psyche and Jack's chauvinistic attitude. Secondly, Jack could not convince his daughter that the ending of the story was proper, okay, and acceptable. As Jack tells the story, his child Joe strongly expresses, both by words and gestures, what she thinks about how the story should end, which is contrary to what Jack had narrated. That is, according to the principle that the child must respect the mother and do what she says. Jack realizes that what Joe has asked for will not be proper. That is why he feels caught in an ugly middle position, because he cannot make his daughter realize the moral virtues that he wants to show, and he cannot even make Claire sit down and listen to him. Okay, he wants that Claire should be apprehensive and hanging on his words, which he had told, okay, which has been told by the author few lines ago. Okay, and he finds that his wife is quite dominating, and instead of waiting for her husband, already started doing the work. Okay, so this is what that makes Jack very much unhappy with everything. Now here it is given, there is the woodwork, a cage of mouldings and rails and baseboards all around them was half old tan and half new ivory. This line is important. Which one? Half old tan and half new ivory. What is the meaning of old tan and new ivory? Old tan and new ivory, the woodwork which was being painted by Claire, for few of them were old, okay, without color, and few of them were already newly colored. Now this old tan and newly colored has a very great significance. Okay, here we find that what Claire is doing, this old work, okay, that is not colored, is actually signifying the traditional method, we can say, the traditional thought process, where these people are thinking that male chauvinistic society is correct. A family should be a patriarchal family where husband and father, they should have their last say, and they will be respected, and their instruction only will be followed. That is the old time. And the new ivory means what? The gender equality protest that is going on around the world, okay, where a new form has come in the society where women is also standing equally with their male counterparts. Okay, so that is what is new ivory. So this is what Jack could not accept. So this is the ugly middle position. Here also we can say it's an ugly middle position where he cannot accept him transform to the new formed society. He is being clutched between what we can say the old traditional thinking and new traditional or the new process that is going on, because he is a person who believes in the patriarchal society, but in this world he can no longer go on with that kind of thinking, isn't it? Because the world is changing, and that he cannot accept so easily, right? So this is how the story comes to an end, and as a result we find that Jack, instead of helping Claire, feels like he is being caught in that cage because he cannot move away from this marriage. He is very much unhappy with this marriage. And though this marriage is a kind of cage for him, okay, and in this marriage where Claire is all equal by his side and equally moving forward, he doesn't want to have any kind of connection or any kind of relation with Claire, okay. He is very, very unhappy with this domination of Claire. I hope, students, you have understood the explanation, okay. We have completed the chapter. Regarding some of the lines, as I have told you earlier also, that there are few lines and few words which have a deep symbolical meaning, that I am going to provide you with a PPT video, okay, where I will be explaining you all the lines and its symbolic meaning, or its deeper meaning that is being given in the story. Okay, so students, please go through the video lecture. We have completed with the explanation of the story, though few more things are remaining from the story, that also, as Jack said, eventually, okay, it will be given away to you all, right? So study well, students. Thank you.